guys, I promised you I would tell you about quitting my job. So before we get into that, I am Liv with Liv's Practical Life. You may know me from Live Life Outdoors. I do have another channel. I'll put the link in the description below so you can check that out. If you came over from the other channel, thank you so much for being here. So I quit my job. My job of 5 years. It was a job I could have kept doing, but it was severely hindering my mental health. To the point you will notice in videos that I have trouble word finding. And then outside of like my personal life, I have become more forgetful, which is extraordinary because I am a forgetful person. I have ADHD, I am neurodivergent. I have that object permanence issue. If it's not in my sight, it's gone. It does not exist. That's become worse. And just the brain processing has become worse. I could not do it anymore. And that's a very big, scary thing for me because I don't do things on impulse and I don't do things without a plan. The biggest, crazy thing I have ever done in my life is I sold my house in Arizona, packed up my stuff, and moved across the country to Pennsylvania, where I am now. I'm going on my 5th year here, and I bought my house blind. I saw a video of it, and that's it. That's so freaking huge to me. Some of you are going to be like, oh, I could never do that. Other people are going to be like, yeah, no, that's cool. I could totally. There's going to be split in the comments for sure on that one. But knowing that is my biggest, whoa, I don't do things out of my comfort zone typically. I'm very much a planner. So I do have a plan. It's just not as solid of a plan as I had hoped. So every time I've quit a job, I have had the job, the next one, the very next day. I've gone to that one the next day. That's the kind of solid foundation I would prefer to have. That makes me way more comfortable. I am in a very uncomfortable feeling right now. I don't have a job lined up, but I have a plan. So that plan is I've been doing medical coding. It fits in with my background of working in the medical field. It gives me a leg up into that because it can be very hard to get a medical coding job if you are entirely brand new to the medical world. So that's what I'm working on. I'm giving myself 2 months to hammer that out, pass the test, and then start applying for those jobs because you do have to be certified. In the meantime, though, I need to make some sort of income because I can't just... I do have savings, and that is the other plan of that. I have a little bit of savings that I can use to cover the expenses, but I don't want to be reliant on that. I really didn't want to touch that at all, okay? So, my plan here. I don't know if this is how all this is gonna pan out. I hope that this is successful. That is absolutely my goal. I've started working on the process of setting things up. But you saw in the first clip my messy kitchen. This is a product of mental health downhill, and my neurodivergent brain does not like this at all. This is mental clutter. This is severe mental clutter. And if you can, we'll take a look here. We'll just move you over here. I got all that cleared off because we have a recycle that we need to take out. We don't have a recycle here, so we have to go take it somewhere else, but I got that cleaned off. My table is being worked on. That's so nice. That's so very nice to get that situated. So that is my goal, is to help other people clean their homes. So I am looking at, and this is very dark over here. Let's pull you guys. I'm new with this tripod. That better? Let's see. Let's turn around. This is life with me too, by the way. This is how we do. This is real. There is no AI here. There's no big team. It's just me. Yeah, so helping people get their houses clean. So cleaning service. I wanted to think about things that you can scale from the bottom. What can you start with? Hardly anything. Because a lot of you guys sitting there thinking, I have been applying for jobs forever and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm told I'm too qualified, I'm underqualified, entry level is 5 years experience, whatever it may be, and it's a very harsh landscape for getting a job because it's brutal out there right now. It absolutely is. So I wanted to just take it on back. I'm like, what skills do I have? When I put in the effort, I can clean all day because it makes my brain happy. And that's something you can do with very little startup. I did go purchase supplies. I purchased some cleaning supplies from the dollar store that I know that they actually work. I went to one of the discount stores. I got the, like, Swiffer, the duster. I ordered a mop. I need to go get a broom. For about $100, $50 to $100, depending on how you do it. Maybe you find stuff on Craigslist that's used and you can repurpose. You can start a cleaning business. And then you take the money you get from your first job and you buy the steam cleaner. That's my goal. That's the next thing that I want. And then you take the money from the second job and you keep upgrading as you go. So that's something that's scalable because you can do the basic clean, you can do a deep clean, you can do add-on services. And then I was like, what else can we do? Garage cleanouts. That's something that people need the service. There is always ways to make money. You just have to be willing to think outside the box and put in effort. Not that you're not willing to put in effort, but a different type of effort that maybe it's not your jam. It's not your favorite thing. And you just step that up to the next thing. Because say, for instance, you're like, I would love to make money with pottery. I would love to do that. That's a dream I've had. Love the pottery stuff. People make big money off of it. But it is a high ticket item for the things you have to buy up front, right? You need the pottery wheel, the kiln, the materials. All of that is very costly. And that's usually the whole problem with anything we want to do, right? It's very costly to get the materials. So instead of jumping to that when you just can't because you don't have the money for it, what can you do at the bottom? What can you do to scale up? Clean a few houses. You don't have to make a business out of it. Clean a few houses, get the money, do the next thing that makes you more money. Maybe you didn't have enough money at first for gas. You had just enough, you could get to a couple houses down the street, whatever, very close to you. Now you have the money for a full tank of gas and you can go do deliveries. You're like, yeah, I can go pick up that thing for you that you don't have a truck for and bring it back and you're going to pay me for that. And then past that, what else can you do? You're like, all right, now I have enough money. I can do multiple trips using my gas money. I can go pick up recycle and take it for people. Then what's the next thing after that? Just keep scaling it until you have the funds to do that thing that you wanted to do. And eventually you'll get there. Is that a long road? It is. But it's a road to get there rather than just saying, I don't have the money. I guess I'm stuck in this 9-to-5 job forever. And the thing is, you watch people. You're watching me on YouTube right now. This is my first video on this channel. This is not monetized. My other channel isn't monetized. I have just over 500 people and not enough watch hours for the monetization at that level. You watch people, though, who do make it. They pay part of their bills, if not all of their bills, on YouTube. There are people who pay their bills with pottery making. There are people who make candles and pay their bills. It's real. It's out there. And if you have to just start at the bottom and scale, awesome. And also, starting at the bottom, a cleaning service, maybe you love cleaning. It's based on perspective of the prestige of a job. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy and pays the bills at the same time, that's what matters. You know, if you got that person in your family who's like, oh, that is so below me. I have one like that. She's a nurse. She would think that's absolutely trash to clean people's houses for a living. That would just make you not okay to her. Ignore those people. You don't need those people in your life. They're not giving you good advice. They're doing what they want to do. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're jealous that you get to go do something else. Then they actually secretly hate their job. But yeah, scaling. So that's what this channel is going to be. It's going to be me giving you updates on how this goes, other projects that I have in mind, taking you on that journey with me, and I might fail. That's okay. We'll move on to the next thing. We'll try different things and we'll see how it goes. The other part of this channel is me helping to give you skills for job training, or job retraining, I guess, because I have a lot of computer skills and that is very transferable to many jobs. So you're gonna see videos on here that are going to teach you those things. And while this video may have seemed rambly and all over the place, which is kind of the nature of me, I do already have courses for the garden world that I've done, and I really hone in on the things that you need to learn. And Live Life Outdoors, those are a lot of teaching type things. They're on the fly, so they are going to have a little bit of scatteredness, but if you go watch those, you can get a sense for my teaching style. And that's like, I'm going to hone in on it and really teach you something valuable, because I believe that we all need chances. And if me teaching you how to use an Excel sheet, the very basics, because I don't know functions, but a lot of companies need you to do just the basics because they want to track information. And if that gets you a job because you had that one skill that someone else didn't have, I want to help you with that. So I appreciate you guys hanging out for this long video and for sticking around to the end, and my hand talking, because that's just me. And check the descriptions below. I'll put the link for Live Life Outdoors. I don't know what else will be in the description at the moment, but I will see you guys in the next one.